back. Yeah, that really could be 2-0 right now.
So far, Falcons completely and utterly on top. Team BDS having to do these pre-jumps just to save, just to clear their lines temporarily. And when they do, their long shots causing too much danger, although Rise, via a demo from Monkey Moon, does come in. Monkey Moon can just wait for O'Callaghan's clearance. And just for a second, it's Falcons that are having to clear the ball long.
2 minutes now. BDS making sure that their defense is staying firm. The decent amount of boost, Rise can go to the ceiling. That backboard is completely his, but O'Callaghan steals it away at the last second. Seiko now, though have not seen for a little while without Rise thriving, and a Rise backflip leaves that net completely open.
Up. And TRK turned down the goal steal as well. Good for him, good camaraderie.
Good for him, he's a bigger man than I will ever be. But I'm at Worlds, mate. I'm stat padding as much as I possibly can.
TRK does nip in there against Rise. It could be a chance for 3 depending on Monkey Moon's touch. He does take control of the situation, and that's what Monkey Moon has to do. A player once perceived by far and away as the best in the world. Yeah. Not quite there at the moment, but my goodness, he can turn a series around.
Still completely in that conversation. I think every player on BDS is very much in that conversation too. I don't know what the fellas did their top 25 list, but I imagine every member of BDS was on all of their lists because they absolutely deserve to be. 2 minutes now remaining. This game number 1, a good bump, but a low shot. Jeez, Ahmad!
The third disastrous start for Team BDS.
They've come back from big adversaries, but Falcons, my word, if they keep spreading their wings as much as they've been able to, then it's going to be a much harder ask. 80 boost and Monkey Moon high with no boost, though he does find that backboard. It was tipped there by Ahmad. Seiko passes. That is selfless. That is Rise to finish.
Now the difference, and 2 minutes remaining. This first one is far from over. Let's see what Falcons can do from the kickoff. They win it cleanly, but that's exactly what Team BDS wanted. Monkey Moon to the backboard. Khaled is aerialing directly upwards. And Rise can turn around. Rise getting more involved, gets across towards Seiko. Monkey Moon shoots it, saved by TRK.
I think he thought that Rise was going to be able to get that successful bump. Unfortunately, he wasn't. So BDS still down by that too. Falcons, that defense is looking pretty outstanding so far. Low boost for every player. Briefly, everybody on 0, and yet the pressure is still going their way. Final 90 ticking down. 1 goal every 45 needed for BDS.
Team BDS who bubbled to the surface back in Boston. I wouldn't say they started fantastically against Crew despite winning the series, but as the event went on, taking down Vitality, go to the grand finals in the upper bracket, but they've started slow again here, just when they were coming back.
Poacher, he's been a passer. He has been a team player in every facet, and 4 goals for Falcons against the team that beat Vitality. Their only series defeat versus Vitality. And Falcons with 3 ahead. That's a brilliant start for them in their first land since they attended San Diego.
Have to remember, though, that Falcons are used to this setup. They have been here for the wildcard. BDS brand new, coming into this one cold. And so far today, we've seen both teams from the wildcard win the opening games in their series. So it's looking like it'll be the hat-trick if Falcons can indeed see this one out for the next 45 seconds. But even on top of that, even though they're warm, even though BDS are coming into this one trying to figure out how to play around this particular pitch, Falcons look stunning, Stumpy.
And that's an interesting point to make as well, where you've got teams that have made this wildcard, and we were theorizing, we were theory crafting, saying, is that actually going to be a big benefit? Because I think North America, a lot of fans are thinking, oh, we've got so many teams in that wildcard. Oh, we wish there were more in the main event. Ahmad securing that 5th. Falcons are showing off those moments and those times. You get that practice. You sit at these exact same computers. We're using the same PCs. BDS have not been here just yet. Neither have the other teams that we've seen play so far today. And you were pointing at me during that spiel, Kulko. What was it that you saw? Was that just a little bit of a cheeky error?
It was just a little bit of dodgy defense there from Team BDS. Monkey Moon rotating in too centrally. Rise on a pivot, jumping up and down a little bit awkwardly. Seiko not really either one, doing a backflip right back into his own goal line. Just awkwardness from Team BDS, but make no mistake, Falcons, at the end of game 1, a running Team BDS ragged in the early stages of this series. It ends 5 as a conveyor belt of Sharks team, except you. I know that's one of your personal favorites.
I like that bad boy. But, I mean, Falcons, they have shut them down so far. Forbidden Temple, though. This may well be a chance for BDS to bounce it back.
Yeah, maybe this is where that beautiful samurai sword does begin to show its restoration. We saw it in Boston. Team BDS were more than hoping to step up in game number 2 up against Falcons. And they've started off well, got some possession. Seiko up against Ahmad. That's just sending its way out wide. I want to see Team BDS do a little bit more with these solo plays. Falcons so far don't appear to be being bruised by anything BDS are chucking at them. There was a period of about 15 seconds in the first game where, after going 1-3 down instead of 3-0 down, Team BDS looked a little bit better. This could be more though. Rise wants to take out Khaled and Ahmad. The 2 of them in the center. There's a pass though towards Monkey Moon. He tees himself up, Rise is waiting, Rise is shooting, TRK storms in from the side and gets the save.
We're seeing good nonsense, annoying play coming in from BDS though, as a few awkward touches going to be throwing off Falcons, but still their defense maintained nice and strong. Monkey Moon sends it towards that corner, Rise is there to catch a couple of those bump attempts. Finally, one works, no contact made.
And it's 1-0 to Team BDS.
And we've seen those bump attempts happen from Rise, where he'll go for that pass. It's very much the metric at the moment. Go for a pass, see then if you can do any clean-up plays on your way through when you're collecting a boost. Unfortunately for Rise, none of them have worked. Fortunately for Falcons, none of them have worked. Till that one, but defense is now the player of the day for BDS. Works out from that backboard, does Rise low, boost low. Tipped on once, Seiko does manage to recover, continues boosting, makes one touch central. This play not quite coming to the boil just yet, however. 90 seconds, near enough elapsed. Falcons, a couple of awkward touches. This first game magic hasn't quite happened. That's not going to... He shoots wide, open net, unsecured.
Maybe he didn't get the call that it was open, but surely Monkey Moon has to stick that one on target. BDS going to keep going. They have their lead. Have to put that one past them. You'll always have questions about the mentality of Team BDS. How do they deal with situations like this? Monkey Moon misses that ball. Seiko's up, has to beat his opponent to it.
Just so.
Rise gets the flip reset. Will he use it for a wave dash? No, he takes it slowly to allow in Seiko. Khalid has a demo behind him on his opponent. And now Ahmad and TRK can get it away. Warning signs continue for Falcons in game 2.
Good idea from TRK there. Tries to go for the bump, isn't successful. On Rise with a miss. He's on 0 boost. But nobody from Falcons is going to be following this one up. Seiko now first to that ball until Khalid is there. 10 boost backboard, no goal found. Monkey Moon now takes it slow, but that is not going to be the play right now, as Falcons, they are swarming around that blue net.
Yeah, and BDS looking a little bit dodgy as well. More backflips, more misses, more whiffs. Think you got more boost in the tank than you actually do. Mistakes that we're not used to seeing from Team BDS in this spring version of themselves. Well, no longer in spring, but since Rise came with them in spring.
In fairness, mate, the spring major barely takes place in spring this season, so.
True. Oh, is that one sneaking in? Monkey Moon somehow gets one through.
He did not need it, but just rotating slightly wide. Brilliant placement from Monkey Moon. Gets it opposite corner. That's a 2-goal lead now. Monkey Moon on the press from kickoff. 100 boost secured. Can't get around the side, and this kickoff goal opportunity is now going to boil to nothing.
Rice's pre-jump, though, is fantastic. Monkey Moon's there up against Cali. He wants to get the double. He doesn't need to.
Ah!
Yes, he does need to, because Seiko couldn't get the open goal. He leans back in his chair, frustrated, countered, and Falcons down the other end complete the punishment.
Hopefully it's game 2, but Falcons, they're now within 1.
Game 2, but it's going to catch up with you quick, Team BDS. If you keep making mistakes the way you've been doing so far, we know that Falcons can kick back. We know they won't be shaken. Rise has 2 chasing him. Ahmad just tracking his man. Rise keeps going. He's still got an incredible amount of boost, 43. He'll have to do anything he needs to with. As Monkey Moon goes up against TRK. The best thing to say about BDS, Stumpy, is all of them have made mistakes.
Yeah.
That means they can all wipe it off and not turn to any one player.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do, realistically. Move on, you've still got the lead, not the biggest drama. 90 seconds remain, BDS with a bit of a scary lead. Seiko shooting directly at a backwards Khalid. Not able to get any goal there, that's central. Khalid can now shoot, but Seiko diving back in the way. Confidence boosting save there. Monkey Moon from that backboard. Does not get the bump on Ahmad, and Rise has to rush back, make sure that Seiko's not left alone.
Call me crazy, but what we know about Team BDS in majors and in World Championships and lands in general is this may be a must-win game. They can crash out of entire tournaments if things start to go against them. As soon as the tilt hits, 55 seconds to ensure that won't happen.
Good pass back.
Ahmad tries to make it happen. Seiko's up, has no one challenging him. But that's exactly what Khalid wanted. Ahmad wants to get the doink and does. Is TRK arriving? Yes, he is. He knocks it downwards. BDS steaming in. No mistakes to be made this time.
You say no mistakes to be made, but Seiko double committed along with Monkey Moon, and then this pressure has continued from Falcons. Monkey Moon was able to clear that one long. Said Seiko, I think he's not necessarily trying to prove himself, but just showing, I'm still here, boys, let's not worry. 30 seconds now. BDS, a vital 30 seconds for them. Rise, Monkey Moon committing both on that one too. Seiko's got to make contact. He does so, just kisses it towards the opposite side. But Falcons, they have been in this blue half 4 times.
It's still loose. There's one from BDS, and the dunk comes in from TRK, and Falcons do up their...
Straight towards the net. Final 15, overtime looms.
Falcons sense extreme disappointment in their opponents. You better bet your bottom dollar they'll push all the way to overtime here. They will not accept a next goal win situation. They can win it now. TRK dunks down Rise, though Ahmad maybe is overcommitted. He does win it cleanly in the end. TRK tries to keep it up. Decision, in my opinion. Ahmad, he will let it drop, though. And we do have overtime, and this is such an important goal in Team BDS's tournament.
One open net miss, leading to not a 3-1, instead just a 2-all. Unfortunate for them. Got to put it behind you. TRK though shoots on the open net. Who is back? It's Seiko.
You're thinking not like this for Team BDS, and it wasn't in the end. Seiko, he waits, delays his flip, comes to nothing in the end. Rise in the corner. TRK wants to get involved. Monkey moves too quick. He charges him down. Rise now with Ahmad. Seiko's up. He should win this one cleanly. That's what Team BDS need. Bodies on the ball. Cars in command.
Chance.
Monkey Moon with a chance. Opportunities coming away in every direction for them right now. Monkey Moon is going to slow things down and go again.
I'm loving Falcons' movement so far too. They're playing proactively down the pitch. They're making sure that someone's there to receive an errant ball or two. That's round the side.
Oh,
no one there
goodness.
that time for Falcons. BDS have got to count themselves lucky because that pass was beautiful.
In defense though, BDS are crawling over each other like a herd of ants. One car over the next one. Not much cohesion. We need so much more in these defensive rotations.
A grand finalist team at the most recent major. So far, Falcons looking to be the better. After not even attending that major as well.
It's
a
wild.
minute gone in that overtime, or in this overtime rather. Ahmad, right wing, sees Monkey Moon, removes Monkey Moon. TRK on the backboard, Rise sees Seiko central, Seiko shoots. It's below the bar, but it's not quite low enough.
Agonizing for Seiko. Monkey Moon tries to continue. He gets the flip reset, but not quite over TRK. And now Seiko has to recycle. Instead, it's Rise storming in. TRK. How's the touch? He gets the flip reset, but Monkey Moon was completely and utterly equal to it. And Khaled does get it over the top of Seiko. It's the challenge game. Every time there's a 50-50, which way's the ball going? To the blue half.
Ahmad with one, sees TRK in the center, but Rise doing the man-to-win step, 20 boost, TRK high. It's on target again, but yet again, Seiko with these saves. He's making sure to atone for past errors. Seiko now goes for the backboard, instead shies away completely, sees that TRK is going to be the first man there. These resets in defense for Falcons are shaking BDS up.
Yeah, Seiko playing safe, not what we expect to see from him, but really the correct decision. Just needs to
Demo.
give a bit of strength to these Team BDS foundations. Falcons can shake them right down to them, though. Definitely built on sand right now. O'Callaghan is charged down by Seiko. Good play again from him. Seiko's decision-making is proving correct. Monkey Moon to the backboard. O'Callaghan clears long. And Falcons just want to re-establish themselves in this overtime.
As we get 2.5 minutes, half an extra game of Rocket League played. These games remain as tight as ever. One long shot, Monkey Moon challenges O'Callaghan on that goal line. Rise takes it low. Monkey Moon doesn't take over and throws Rise off completely.
Monkey Moon sends it upwards. TRK is there. Ahmad is deciding what to do, cutting across. He's backwards. He's got the 100 boost that he needs, but a little bit slow to it. No momentum for him. That might let BDS in. Here's Rise. Can he flick it over the top of Ahmad? Not now. The mistakes were made earlier from Falcons, one of the first chinks in their armor that we've seen. And it might end up punishing them in the end, but TRK from the side, he's boostless, but he's not saveless.
That was Seiko getting that shot. He's looking more confident. Another defensive play from Khaled. Ahmad is up early. That one's just wide of target, but threatening Seiko, making sure that he flies high. 70 boost, midfield, no reset. Takes it long. One shot from Rise. Save from Khaled. Monkey Moon
He's got it.
Monkey Moon draws us level. On every team in Europe since then.
Yeah, a constant thorn in the side of anybody he comes up against is old Rise. As his Monkey Moon there, he gets them going at the start of game 3, and that's more like it.
What?
Falcons, though, are used to kicking and scrapping for everything this season. Used to having it all their own way. 9 regional wins in a row last season. This time they've suddenly got 2 usurpers they're trying to just push down like whack-a-mole. Here's Khaled. He can follow it up. Rice is already there, though. BDS seem 2.5 car lengths quicker at every turn. It's a demo there. TRK's in up against Rise. Monkey Moon covers him, puts it towards Seiko. Again, it's a little bit nervy in defense from BDS. They get it to the side. Ahmad to the ceiling. He almost fakes out Seiko, but Seiko's touched enough.
We're seeing so many inspired plays from Falcons here too. So many of their chances are from an act of magic. They are conjuring up wizardry. And none of them managed to sneak their way through. Monkey Moon has to nervily get that towards the backboard. A good dunk from Ahmad. Sees him with 7 boost. Khaled with a shot. Ahmad can turn. Yet another double commit on that goal line. Not going to lead to an error. Seiko with one. Doinks it near top corner. Unfortunate for him, can't squeak its way in.
Poor old Rise still doesn't have any boost. Hasn't had any for about 25 seconds, the poor guy. He's
got a demo?
Somehow got a demo, and that's the beauty of the speed flip for these guys. TRK gets it as far as he can, but Rise was waiting to pounce. Monkey Moon, the combinations in the air right now for Team BDS. They definitely have aerial superiority. If Falcons take the ball to the floor, that's what they want to do. And Khaled passes to TRK.
Vital touch from Khaled too, because Rise is there to capitalise on that high ball with nobody sitting on the backboard. Rise with one miss. TRK now shoots it long, no contact made. This one's going to fall lazily midfield. Rise forgoes the ball, can't get the bump. That would have been a one-on-one with Seiko versus Khaled, and I want to see that match. Monkey Moon makes it not a 1v1, but a 2. Khaled had boost, but he jumped off so early, because I think it bounced out further than he thought it was going to. Completely set him out of position. Great movement from BDS. They make it that incredibly impressive 2-0.
Well, I'm lucky for Team BDS as well. Playing in front of the ball, even without boost, it's incredibly risky. But when it's working, they have a surprising extra man that Falcons are struggling to deal with at the moment. Here he comes again. Monkey Moon clearing the path, doing it for Seiko.
Monkey Moon, the man.
They're whirring now. The cogs and the gears in perfect harmony for this BDS machine. Falcons are going to have to try and clog it up, chuck a stick in the spokes or something or other. Oh, Khaled, can he get round Seiko? He does, but it's just too high again. And now it's Falcons for whom none of the attacks are paying off. Team BDS come right back at them. Ahmad, he clears it, but who's in the sky? It's Seiko. He gets the flip reset too. Rise is there, and Rise fakes it too. Falcons have got no idea what BDS are attempting.
We're seeing some really impressive ground fakes from BDS too. They're going for a couple of these shots. We saw Rise earlier when he forwent the ball entirely and instead went straight for Ahmad. Right now, Falcons unable to deal with those fakes that are coming in. Considering the impressive 1v1 background for Falcons, BDS are outdoing them on that front. Rise now left wing, takes it slow, takes it low. Ahmad with one clear, but vital seconds also cleared off the clock, even if the goal didn't come from it. Khaled shoots wide. Unfortunately, Ahmad not there for the second. Rise now back on offense.
Oh, he's loving it. To the ceiling he goes. He gets it over the top of one of them. Khaled, desperation on the goal line. And then he continues the attack. Ahmad now has a chance to get Falcons back into it. Game one, Falcons went 3-0 up, and BDS put themselves back into contention. This could be the opposite. Monkey Moon, though, the pace. Wow. The pace of him to get up like that.
Monkey Moon to clear that away, and then Rise, before Ahmad has any chance to go for the ball, swipes it across. Rise again trying to go on that offense. Falcons looking somewhat flat in this third game. Khaled, though, is, that's open. Shoots it wide, unfortunately.
Now you're seeing, though, why I said BDS were in -1 gear, because this is what we expect to see from them. It's so much better, even when they're defending. Monkey Moon up against Ahmad. Seiko can get involved now as well. BDS seem like they're having fun all of a sudden. They're enjoying their Rocket League, toying with their opponents, but now their opponents come back. Ahmad against Rise. And the dives, even from awkward angles for Team BDS, timed to perfection.
This is definitely a series of different games. We've seen Falcons have a dominating match. This one less dominant, but more controlled, I feel. Rise, what a fake! Removes the play from Falcons. Aren't able to make a single touch. Khaled just diving in, wants to get anything towards that blue half at this point.
Seiko to the backboard. Here's Rise. What are you going to do next, mate? Look how much Ahmad's backing off. He knows that if he attacks it quick, Rise will somehow goes past him, but here we go. Oh no! Ahmad gets in TRK's way, but it does.
They've got 10 shots between them. On the side of BDS, they've only got 7, but it's 1 goal for Falcons, 3 for BDS. Seiko, that's an open net. It's 4. That's yet more excitement from BDS.
The ideal standard. Team BDS running away now with game number 3, showing why they are the main stage team, showing why they are already here, and Falcons had to kick and scrap through the Swiss. Ahmad can send it wide. It's not going to be enough for Falcons unless something absolutely ridiculous happens in 27 seconds.
Ahmad wanting to make something ridiculous happen. It does get a flip reset past 2 players on BDS. Monkey Moon's high is 4 goals. It's not going to be turned back round. BDS with that series lead, making it 5-1.
Smiles. Best
boy off.
You honestly love to see it. Well, I tell you what, you don't love to see it if you're an opponent. If you're one of the other 15 teams in this event and Team BDS are turning to one another with love and adoration in their eyes, that's the last thing you want to see. As Seiko flips and whirls towards the Falcons goal, it's not going to matter. They're freestyling on him. They're having fun right now, BDS. And of the goal that he wants to put the ball within as we take our kickoff in game number 4.
A fake kickoff going for Falcons, not how I think they would have anticipated. TRK instead going towards the back. If that was on target, Monkey would have had the easiest goal of his life. Instead, he is stretched for the save down the other side. No early goal here for BDS, scoring in 10 seconds in the previous game. One to the ceiling, Ahmad that second, not being successful, but Khaled is there. shoots just wide. TRK punts it towards that backboard, but then misses the second. Khaled's shooting wide.
Not sure what happened there for TRK's second shot. I thought his first touch was brilliant.
I loved it, yeah.
It opened the door, but couldn't quite step through it.
Tell you what, Rise again, just darting in front, making sure the Falcons don't have a second Monkey Moon. Spectacular touch.
Armad's going to follow this one up, though. Rise, where are you going to put it? Past Armad, at least for now, but he managed to manipulate the angles to get a touch on it. Seiko was waiting. He has no boost, so just meets Khaled in the air. Hello, mate. Let's land together. It'll be quite fun. Rise has no boost. So far, BDS looking a little bit more disjointed in game number 4.
Oh, well, I feel like disjointed is harsh a minute in, I would say. I think they just haven't had the success that they had in that first one, but I'd say it's more to do with Falcons, making sure that their defense is a lot more locked in. You don't just score 5 by having your opponent having the best defensive game of their lives. Armad missing one demo on Seiko. Unfortunate for him, and this ball stays in the corner, but gets punted long. Seiko now high. Second touch coming in favour, sorry, rather along with the floor. With 90 seconds elapsed, this game number 4 looking somewhat more cagey from both.
Ooh, great read from Monkey Moon, and now he's got a chance to get things going and gets the flip reset over the top. Is anyone following him up? It's Seiko. He backflips into the ball. It almost was effective. Sometimes the weaker, more awkward shot could be more effective than the bullet into the top corner, especially when defenders are in. The pre-jumps they can now conjure up. Insanely well read. One came to nothing, and now the midfield presence game begins again. Rise tries to get it going. Seiko is not quite found. Armad gets in the way, and Khaled's clearance is long and loopy, but Khaled's there again. Monkey Moon is grateful the ball was just going onto his car, because that maybe could have had a bit more spice on it.
Tell you what, the double defenders for BDS is working out wonderfully. Rise there, the single man to shoot.
No way.
The two teaming up. Seiko shoots there wide. Finally, Monkey Moon.
Oh, they're 1 goal down.
They have purchased...
They're laughing again, by the way, sorry. Team BDS laughing. That is a talking point.
It is. They purchased a shop full of sinks, and they have thrown every single one towards that Falcon side.
Kitchen sinks?
Kitchen sinks all over the shop, mate. TRK, you said earlier...
Comedic, but Falcons won't be laughing because they've got themselves back in this game. 1-1, and a much-needed opening goal from them in game 4. Armad can double down here, maybe the cleaner reset. He wave dashes to the floor. Seiko's missed it. He's dived and missed. Monkey Moon passes to Rise. That's meat and drink to TRK. Goes out wide to Armad. He takes a touch, follows it through. 40 boost left over Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon actually helped, and Rise had to dodge the dunk, and he couldn't get the...
secure a lead.
It's amazing how quickly this game can turn around. The kickoffs, the only set-piece play in Rocket League. Just unlocking endless doors, and now Falcons come again. They've scored a third.
Animated, and Falcons, this lead is looking more and more dominant on Utopia.
Especially from Falcons, though. Not, to my experience and knowledge, the loudest of the teams. Generally more stoic and considered. The fact that they're getting involved in a scrap with Team BDS maybe will be exactly what BDS want to see. Drag them down to our level and beat them with experience, but so far all they're experiencing is a 3-1 deficit against the Falcons, who are pushing to get back into this series. Tie things up at Tool. Monkey Moon's in the air. Can't do too much more against Khaled, who came in with all the momentum. Armad's there up against Seiko. TRK can wait for Rise. Rise somehow comes away with the ball and then pinches it with Monkey Moon and comes away with the ball again, gets in Khaled's way, but it's just not opening things up like it was before.
Khaled removes Rise, sees the pest and exterminates him. Seiko now wanting to be the man to remove a couple of Falcons players. Monkey Moon can pass to Rise, instead he's blocked out by a defender. Monkey Moon again helping it towards that backboard.
He wants to get involved, Monkey Moon. You can't take that away from him.
He does. He absolutely does. Minute 15, Falcons having that 2-goal lead. BDS, they've got to chase. They've got to chase soon. Otherwise, game 5 dead level.
That's not ideal from Rise, though. It's allowed TRK in. It might just sneak through them, even with Seiko's touch. It's 4.
Embarrasses BDS.
Keep an eye on the Falcons, trash talk meta as well. It's Armad giving it all that, standing tall. And then TRK just giggles. He just has a little chuckle at what Armad is saying. It's so sweet and innocent.
It's a turnaround in game 4 for Falcons. They just got 5-1. They may well deliver another 5-1 for themselves, the second of the series. We were saying earlier it's a game of, it's a series of multiple games. Rise have given them their second. There's still time for them to work it.
Not much room for error from this one. Let's see what they go for. There have been kickoff goals in this series. Falcons scored one earlier to really compound their lead. They might get another one. TRK up against Monkey Moon.
Brilliant.
It's going to end the comeback before it even begins.
Flicks does not mean too much. Falcons, game number 4, clearly going their way, but still 40 seconds, 3 goals. When we hit 30 seconds and no goal, it's going to be absolute toast for BDS.
one of the swingiest series I can think of in a little while. I wonder if any particular interesting stats are coming out from our stack man. I'm sure, I think one team go 5, the other team go 5 the next game, and now Falcons have scored 5 to BDS's 2. It's wild changes of momentum from one map to the next. Falcons currently enjoying being on the upper end of that momentum. Seiko's going to try and bring some of his own into game number 5. Not quite happening there. Falcons doing the correct thing, packing the defense, making sure they're not giving BDS a sniff of any enjoyment as we head to game 5. Deadeye Canyon is beckoning these players and these teams. It might be 6. It's Ahmad. He gets it. It's a beauty.
Cross-court double tap screaming from the mountains. That backboard was all his, and game number 4 is absolutely theirs. 4-goal deficit. Visit, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm up for that. I'm completely and utterly up for that. If we get to see Rocket League like this, Stumpy, I will go anywhere.
5 minutes ticking down. That timeout for BDS. They're hoping it's going to be working wonders, but Rise with a relatively poor clear. Monkeyman has to work his way in, gets one bump on the defender, but it still falls to that midfield. Still falls to Ahmad. But Monkey Moon, that bump from TRK does not come through, and Falcons, they just about don't earn that first goal.
Seiko has Monkey Moon in the center. If he can tee him up, he goes round the corner. There's Rise. Oh, I thought he was through. But TRK sent it high. Monkey Moon stormed in. Didn't get a touch. No bites of the apple on this occasion, so he's going to have to quickly head back and get involved. TRK can't quite turn there from Khalid's redirection into the center. And this one looking as end-to-end as all the others. It could be the opening goal. Monkey Moon, though, is met by TRK. Follows through. Ahmad waiting to see if there was a miss. There was, but thankfully for BDS, it went over the goal line. Yeah,
ball flew just a little bit too high on that chance. TRK with a lovely interception, but Rise with even better positioning. 0 boost sees Monkey Moon central, but a pinch long. See the foot race between Seiko and TRK. Seiko winning on that chance with 50 boost, then works it round to the ceiling. Monkey Moon central. The attempted pinch going in favor of BDS, but control completely relinquished for that ball.
I want to see Falcons take a bit more of a touch there. TRK had Rise right in front of him. Could have kept the ball to him, go for a low 50, or at least knocked the ball up the wall and used his boost, but opted not to. So in the end, we continue this stalemate, a bit of boomer ball emerging. High pressure situation. The 5th game in a best of 7, arguably the most important. You win this one, you have 2 match points, and your opponents are all the way up against it. One's down towards Seiko. He keeps it close to himself. That's better, because now Rise is in, and Khalid and Ahmad both heading backwards. So
good
Rise
bump.
gets the bump as well, but TRK had returned.
There's a third! Everything done well there for BDS, but TRK had the wherewithal to get back in time. A good dunk attempt from TRK. Gets it round 1. O'Khalid goes high with one ball. Monkey Moon challenges low.
Oh!
And O'Khalid nearly there, right place, right time.
We've seen a few pretty impactful dunks so far in this World Championship. That was almost another one to add to the collection. Not quite this time, though, and this time Seiko does show what can be done with a little wherewithal. He slows it down. Ahmad now up against Monkey Moon. Rise, let's go long, but Ahmad was waiting. Falcons are snapping around the ball. TRK there. Monkey Moon wants to get past Calvin. Does. If he gets a redirect, he might not even need it in the end. He'll call it a fake. Doesn't matter. It's 1-0.
That's just a Monkey Moon goal through and through. Falcons falling prey to their big push. They got their claws in on the BDS half, but they just couldn't secure a goal from it. Now, open for Seiko. Rise with one bump. Monkey Moon is facing backwards, which flicks it high enough. Still, Khalid finds Ahmad, finds net. It's an equaliser yet again for Falcons.
Return to parity.
2:22 on the clock. 1-1 in the game. 2-2 in the series. But only one winner may emerge. Rise again. A kickoff goal. What?
The net and Team BDS re-establish their lead.
Falcons are probably going to get a kickoff goal here, to be completely honest. With that ball falling towards TRK, he's in the skies, round Monkey Moon, but Rise in a great position. But we've seen TRK challenge with Rise in the sky before, and a goal came from it in favor of the Falcons. Kelly with one reset, shut down by Seiko. Now Ahmad with a glint in his eye. No goal coming from it, but the ambition absolutely there.
This lobby so far has been generous, though, as far as goal scoring goes, so Falcons will know there's every chance they can equalise. Have to be careful down the other end now, though, because Monkey Moon
is
once again clearing his path. He's desperate for Khalid. He gets him. It's 3-1.
Monkey Moon, but
have to push. Gonna have to up the pace. Gonna have to get back involved. The kickoff's going against them right now, and yet again, Monkey Moon comes away. Not quite with ball control, but does get the 100 boost. Khalid forces something awkward from Seiko, though. Now he's chasing it down, but he has no boost. But he does have 2 teammates, and he gets in Rise's way. That's good play. Ahmad, the flip reset isn't quite going to happen. because Monkey Moon got involved. TRK to the ceiling, TRK the second touch,
Lovely.
Monkey Moon there. So far, BDS locking down and doing it effectively, but that's more dangerous now to the ceiling, and it's just Monkey Moon that's there.
That bounce was scary for BDS. Monkey Moon does brilliantly to clear it away. Seiko keeps his offense going, but Khaled's immediately back on it. Every player reading every pass, shot, goal, whatever you can say. But Falcons, they need 2 goals to still be falling their way. That midfield pulls to Khaled. A 50 versus Seiko. Seiko's backwards. Ahmad slows it down, fakes Rise. The confidence is there, the bump is there. The goal, however, is not.
Oh, Seiko the double save hero, and Khaled can't put it in because Rise had returned and gets it past Ahmad and buys more precious seconds for Team BDS. They can sense 3-2, both in goals against them and games for them. Khaled's coming in, Seiko's there, and Khaled can't squeeze it in the back of the net. BDS live on that knife edge, but so far it's coming in clutch.
These defensive plays from BDS are frustrating Falcons quite clearly. With one clear, Seiko is found with the ball, but no contact can be made. Very good boost in favor of Falcons here. Ahmad skims the ceiling, but finds a man on his way. The final 15 ticking down.
Oh, Khaled, he has to shot this one. It's saved by Seiko. TRK's attempt now to the corner. Monkey Moon has to go long and does. It's not yet met, though, by Seiko. Ahmad might be able to get something going, but there's Monkey Moon, and he will establish Team BDS's dominance. Almost finished with a flourish by Rise. He won't care too much. BDS, they're going to go 3-2 up, and they're going to be serving for the match.
They're trying to come in being like they can't see it, they can't see it just yet.
Because
we can see the camera ops, you know, they're doing their thing. But we're going to be seeing both of these teams attempt in game number 6, Falcons to earn that 7th. Join the other 2 series of today, but BDS, they want to shut it down here on Neo Tokyo.
There is one stat we do know, and that is that both series so far today have gone to game 7. And this one might too. Is Ahmad. He gives Falcons the lead. Falcons flight early on in Neo Tokyo.
In 20 seconds as well, we're seeing another game with another early goal. And Monkey Moon towards that right wall finds Seiko. He goes high, but Ahmad goes higher. The ceiling is his domain on that shot.
Here's Ahmad. Couldn't quite get the second touch, so Monkey Moon's touch was clean. Khaled is actually in trouble here. He's got no boost. Falcons all a little bit low for a split second, but we're able to recover and get in the way. TRK, via a bump from Ahmad, was able to hit that one with no one challenging him at all. And now Ahmad can get the ball himself. Seiko gets in the way again, though. So Falcons, their first touch a little bit heavy, unless that's part of the plan, and they want BDS to force these challenges. Rise wants to get a flip reset here, but TRK sends it long. So far, neither team willing to really try and keep the ball, but Seiko makes the mistake. TRK can't quite wrap his car around it.
Seiko low on boost, couldn't make any contact with that one, but you're right. For BDS, they're happy that Seiko's not made yet another error. We saw that earlier on in this series. Didn't affect him, but when it gets to game 7s, game 6s, that's when they become a lot more important. 1 minute 15 has elapsed. Monkey Moon drops it low. Seiko is there for the challenge, but not the clean shot.
Great, though. Beautiful brick wall play there from Khaled, who eventually ran into Rise and tried to stay still.
Rise puts it in park and just sits in the way and thinks, nah, not getting past me, boys.
Is that better or worse than -1 deer?
I mean, it's stationary, so it's not great.
Ooh, that was great, though. Rise to the ceiling. Seiko tries to bip it over the top. Monkey Moon keeps the attack going. Monkey Moon in the corner. Has 3 Falcons players in front of him. How does he navigate this particular problem? Isn't quite able to this time. TRK's chasing back. Seiko in the corner now. First touch is a good one. Clear this one long if he chooses to. Instead, chooses to stick it to his Fennec and then get the floor pinch. End-to-end stuff, but no real chances since the early goal.
2 minutes elapsed, and we saw it be relatively cagey in the 5th game. Him shaping up to be the same way. A charge shot for Seiko. Sneaks it low.
It's by far the best decision he could have made.
Yeah, sneaks it low below TRK. When we saw TRK sneak it low below Rise as well. Monkey Moon just pauses, waits for breath, can then shoot on that one. Seiko taking that one low, shoots early. 50 not going their way.
It was almost the cursed monkey pause right there, but thankfully for Falcons, Team BDS couldn't turn it into a goal. Stumpy's staring at me, so I'm just going to talk about the Rocket League. Seiko up against Khaled.
Valid.
Also going to go to the ceiling. Ahmad out wide. Falcons trying to pass their way out of trouble. TRK has to get there fast. He doesn't. Now Seiko follows, and Seiko gives BDS the lead.
Seiko, what a second follow-up. It's 2-1 BDS.
BDS are making Falcons chase things. Khaled, he gets the ball from the kickoff. He has the boost to play with, to the ceiling with him. Monkey Moon is there. TRK waits, TRK passes, Ahmad shoots. But BDS All of them charging the ball down. The rotations in defense now are fluid and fluent. And they're keeping Falcons at bay. TRK, Seiko in front of him. Monkey Moon has got so much boost to play with. BDS seem to have all the resources. Ahmad out wide. Ahmad has to do more than this, though.
We enter the final 2 minutes. It is an incredibly important time for Falcons. The lower bracket this early on becomes even scarier. Ahmad fakes that one. It's the 1v1. He goes high. He goes for the bomb. Ahmad does everything. Ahmad doing it all. And Falcons on this kickoff enter the final 1 minute 45 level with their adversary.
Oh, Seiko got that one towards Monkey Moon, but it was precarious. Now TRK's clearance is long and powerful. Ahmad steals some boost, but Rise doesn't need it. Do they know that? He's still got 100 as well. He's up in the air.
Oh my word,
One more element of surprise for Rise. Monkey Moon almost sinks it.
How does Khaled read that as well? Monkey Moon went back behind him. Ahmad can't tip it over Seiko. TRK now sends it low, but Rise already there jumping from the backboard. These pre-jumps from BDS are utterly absurd.
Seiko gets it as far as Ahmad. He sticks there as well, and he fakes him out too. Tries to do an Ahmad. Not quite able to on that occasion. Falcons ain't going to fall for their own tricks, but Rise pushes it back onto the backboard. Monkey Moon is up. He loves being in these tight positions, is still coming away with the ball. He's done exactly that. It was almost majestic.
His final minute, both teams drawn level. We've seen this before. To the ceiling, Rise finds nobody apart from TRK, but look at the pressure really starting to build for BDS.
Khaled to the side, 40 seconds left. The next goal could finish this series or take us to our third champions field of the row. On the day, Ahmad almost gets it. TRK has a chance to shoot, but it's met by Monkey Moon.
The double save from BDS on the goal line. The final 30 now on the clock. Seiko challenging versus Khaled, but with no boost, he has to retreat, has to shy away from it. TRK with one miss, but then one touch. Rise intercepts.
The pressure may be starting to get to these players. They have to take a deep breath now. Khaled up against Monkey Moon. Seiko's in an awkward position, but it was the correct position. Is there time for one more pass? Can Seiko sink it? Ahmad to the ceiling. Monkey Moon's there, Rise. He takes the shot, but it's over. Does the attack continue? 1 second left. And we have overtime.
That is a vital chance of Rise, and he absolutely skies it. Unfortunate for BDS, but these kickoffs, we've seen a good few kickoff goals come in so far. TRK to the ceiling with one reset, though. Rise has to take it intelligently round the top of his own goal. Khaled's challenge, but Khaled is beaten.
TRK's there. He winds one up, but Seiko pushes it wide. Ahmad up against Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon is sprinting towards the Falcons half. Ahmad trips him up, at least for now. Here's Rise, the flick over the top. He follows it up himself. TRK's there, and TRK keeps it going now up against Seiko. The pinch in the middle, but Rise had taken out Khaled. It still falls for TRK, though. Rise, he gets it long, and he keeps his calm there.
Continues with that ball too. Such limited boost. It goes central too. You said earlier, Cole, about the ambition we see from BDS players when they have no boost. That was the epitome of it from Rise. He turns in midfield, picks up that 100, and he's going to be going again.
Here he is. He's desperate for the ball right now, demanding it at every turn. But it's Monkey Moon's turn. He gets it almost past TRK, who pre-jumped bravely. The bravery from Falcons on full display, but they have to have the mechanics to match.
The pre-jumps from both sides, shutting down any ambition we see from either team. Nobody able to work it past that halfway line. The defense is stellar.
Monkey Moon booms. Khaled is there. Rise just sees what Khaled's going to do. And sees that Monkey Moon. There we go. Rise, can he get this one? Not quite. TRK can turn. Where's the pass? What's the decision? It's over Seiko. Monkey Moon, he dives for it. Monkey Moon gets it. Falcons seem like they're going to have a turn and attack. That one's just wide. And Seiko takes the touch.
One demo from Ahmad. Sees that defense of BDS stretched for a moment, and Ahmad, he comes in, he tries to go for one, but Monkey Moon from that backboard, now it falls to Rise, goes high, forgoes the man, it's a touch-in, it's an own goal! That is BDS with the biggest victory here on Championship!